Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories from the Carolinas and beyond. Today it's Monday and it's January the 31st, 2022. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to extend to you a warm welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're a returning viewer, by all means, thank you for coming back. You know, I always say the tide changes so frequently here on these YouTube streets, so you always have to acknowledge where your support comes from. And I want you to know I sincerely thank you for your support. Feel free to like and to share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. And our story today comes from Fort Bragg here in North Carolina. Take a look at the headline. And it reads, Fort Bragg military police was using and selling drugs while on duty. I'll provide you with a summary here, and as always, I'll place links to a few of the full articles in the description box. Well, the military police at Fort Bragg is in the news once more, and this time it has to do with narcotic charges. And in this particular incident, it's about a soldier who's now facing drug charges in the civilian court in Fayetteville, and he's also facing a general court-martial for what he did on the base. Reports say this young man pictured here is currently facing charges, drug-related charges on Fort Bragg as well as in the Fayetteville, North Carolina courts. He's identified as 22-year-old Army Specialist Jacob Dickerson, assigned to the 21st Military Police Company, 503rd Military Police Battalion in Fort Bragg. And it's been reported that Dickerson has been a part of the military. He's been a military police for the past 5 years. Now, Dickerson is scheduled to face a general court-martial in Fort Bragg this coming May, but he's also facing these drug-related charges in the city of Fayetteville. Now, it's very possible that both of these cases, the civilian and the military case, could be consolidated at a later date, but that has not been determined at this point. And since the civilian court case is coming up first, I'll begin with those charges and then I'll work myself over to Fort Bragg. I'm sure the civilian and military authorities were working together on this case, and I wouldn't be surprised if they had been watching the soldier for some time. Now, in the Cumberland County, North Carolina court, Dickerson is facing the following charges: 1 count of running a drug distribution site, 2 counts of distributing opiates, so that means he was a drug dealer here in Fayetteville. Really, he lived in Spring Lake. 1 charge of conspiracy to distribute opiates, and he's also facing a misdemeanor charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. Now, these are some pretty serious charges. There's not a lot of information publicly available, but Dickerson lives, of course, he lives in Spring Lake and was allegedly using his home to do his illegal drug business, and hence the charges of running a drug distribution site. Reports say his cell phone was confiscated and they found pictures advertising the drug products he was selling. According to the news media, he is bonded out of jail, and his next court appearance in the civilian court here in Cumberland County is scheduled for February the 17th. And now back on to Fort Bragg, where Dickerson is facing a general court-martial, and that's scheduled to begin around the middle of this coming May. And he's facing multiple counts of using and distributing drugs while on duty. We're talking about this military police person. The report says that back on September the 21st, Dickerson was caught selling the drug, and then on September 24th, he was caught again using the drug while on duty. See, I know they've been watching him. In a third charge, Dickerson is accused of being derelict in his duties on September the 24th after he failed to perform his duties as a police officer when he attempted to wrongfully coordinate a drug deal for Oxycodone while on duty and while using the military police vehicle. So not only was he using the drug, he was trying to sell the drugs from the patrol car. And this is a point where clarification should be made. In one of the newspapers, it was stated he was selling the drugs from the patrol car, but that's not correct. The key word here should be he attempted to sell the drugs from the police car, but he was not successful. I listened to a representative from Fort Bragg in a news report saying that, and he specifically said, let me make it clear, the soldier did not actually sell the drugs from the police car. That needs to be clarified. Now, I did take a few minutes to go and look at the court docket, and yes, I see him there. And now on the docket, it shows that he was arraigned on December 29th. Motions for his general court-martial will begin at 9 o'clock on March the 14th, and the actual trial His general court-martial begins on either the 16th or the 17th. I was a little bit confused because in one area it lists him as starting on the 17th, but as you can see here in this to my right, it says the starting date is 16 May at 9 o'clock and it will end on the 19 May. And all I can say is, oh my, what character. So you have the military police, whose responsibility is to enforce the law and to arrest other soldiers for any type of illegal drug possession and illegal drug use. Here's one military police who is using those illegal drugs and selling those illegal drugs. And on top of that, he was so comfortable that he was using those illegal drugs while on duty. And on top of that, he was trying to sell them from the military police vehicle. Now that takes a lot of arrogance. And then again, I'm sure he's not the only one. He may have gotten caught, but I'm positive he's not the only one. And this is by no way an isolated incident. Fort Bragg does have a problem. Fort Bragg has a problem with drug-related crimes, and they have acknowledged it. Now, they may try to downplay the significance of it, but they have a problem. And in a published interview last October, a representative from the Public Affairs Office told the media they were seeing a 100% increase in drug-related crime. He stated the biggest problem was marijuana, and to a lesser extent, they were seeing other drugs such as cocaine and fentanyl. And of course, we know there's also LSD because if you remember the case relating to the young soldier who was beheaded, remember Specialist Roman Martinez, his buddies were using LSD during that weekend. So make no mistake, there's a problem, might be a bigger problem than we realize, but at least for now, one alleged drug dealer is off the streets, and I'm sure as heck he's going to be spending some time in jail. And that's all I have for you right now. Feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this video. And by all means, feel free to like and to share it. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that red subscribe button. It's at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And if you click on this notification bell right here, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.